Hey, what's going on, all you beautiful kings and queens and everything in between on the internet? My name is Dre Wu, and welcome to the YouTube video I'm bringing you today. Is my top 5 guns in Rogue Company. There was just a balance to Rogue Company today as I'm recording this, so I might have to adjust some things on the fly here, but thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking this video. We're going to get into it. We got baby girl Wu right here hanging out while we make the video. Dad life don't stop, but the grind don't stop either. So thank you for rocking with me, and let's get into it. Alright, first up we're going to talk about the full body, which is the sniper rifle you can find on Phantom. Now the full body admittedly is probably the best gun in the game, being that it's a one-shot kill to the head. You can hit any distance in any of the maps in the game, but the reason I'm saying it's an honorable mention is because it's really hard to be good with the gun. I think that in my hands it's one of the worst guns in the game. As you can see here, people are standing still and I'm still missing shots, but in the hands of a really good player, this gun is absolutely a monster. It is a force to be reckoned with, and it needs to be respected. I couldn't put it in my top 5 just because, like I said, this is my top 5 video, and in my hands the full body is not a top 5 gun. But when you put it in the hands of an excellent player, like I said, this gun is unstoppable, and you need to respect the Phantom players that show you that you shouldn't peek them. Alright, next up, that's going to bring us to the MXMA. Now, to be honest, these aren't in any particular order, but the number 1 will be said at the end of the video. But the MXMA is a gun that I don't think a lot of people understand how good it is. Its base range is the same base range as the KA-30, which is a gun you'll find on this top 5 list. It is an absolute shredder at close range, and when it's maxed out to level 3, that reticle bloom is very manageable at range. Throw in the fact that you get 90 bullets in this thing at level 2. It is insane just how much suppression you can put on an enemy team while you have somebody flanking up the back or the sides like a Lancer or Ronin. This gun is just insane. You need to watch out for these Anvil players. It's really hard to get him out from behind the shield when he can just dump 90 rounds at you. So the MXMA is definitely in my top 5 guns, and I think more people should probably use it, and it's just lacking behind because it's on Anvil. Alright, next up on the list we have the Objection. Now the Objection is an absolute shredder. It has the highest fire rate of any gun in the game, and up close this thing might as well just be a shotgun. It is absolutely devastating to run up to this thing up close. Its upgrades are really good as well. At the first level you get something to reduce the recoil, and that is super helpful for this gun. In stage 2 it brings the reload time down to 1 second. I think it's 1.05 seconds. It's really fast to reload this gun after stage 2, and it is really good to just be able to continue to put bullets down range. Now it doesn't have a magazine upgrade, and that's where this gun might be affected the most. The reload helps, but only 30 bullets and they shoot out of the gun in just a second or two can really hurt this gun, but this gun is an absolute shred. If you are using this gun, you're going to want to play the map in a way that is helpful for this low range. You don't want to go running down mid facing ARs. You need to stick tight and around corners, and it will be an absolute beast. Alright, next up we got the MXR. Now a few weeks ago, this is probably the best gun in the whole entire game. It doesn't have necessarily the best damage or the best fire rate out of all the DMRs, but it brings these things down to a sweet spot that is really hard to match. It can absolutely shred people. You can 3-shot at most distances. If you're hitting headshots, you can hip fire this thing up close no problem due to its pretty good fire rate. This thing was an absolute beast. It did recently just get a little bit of a nerf, but I think the gun is still really good. It's still a top 5 gun, and this is a gun where you cannot peek somebody holding down a lane with this gun. It absolutely shreds. Next up on this list we have the KA-30. If you've played this game for any amount of time, you know that the KA-30 is a beast of a weapon. The KA-30 is good due to how versatile it is. It can be used at many different ranges, and since it is an assault rifle, its headshot multiplier is higher than the SMGs. and this thing can be used very similarly to an SMG, depending on the map. At the base 1 tier 1 upgrade, you're going to get to a 40 round magazine, which is just, you can dump this gun for days. And then it has a hip fire accuracy, so up close this thing is just a laser and it's really good. And at tier 3 you're gonna find that its range increases, really giving you the ability to put bullets down range. Next up, for the absolute best gun in the game in my opinion, we have the Mamba. Admittedly, I don't get to play with the Mamba as much because the 2 characters it's on, I don't play all that much, but the Mamba is absolutely disgusting. I've found that even at close range, if you're hitting your shots, SMGs don't stand a chance. It's the only burst rifle in the game so far, which makes it really fun to use. It has a tier 2 upgrade that increases your accuracy and reduces the reticle bloom, which really helps you hit those headshots. This gun can 2 burst people all the way up to 30 meters. 40 meters is where you find that it's going to take 3 bursts, but to 2 burst somebody at 30 meters, they barely even get a chance to know you're there. This gun is an absolute monster, and it needs to get more playtime, I think, in the game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys coming by and taking your time to watch a Drewu video. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and use the Mamba.